Tonight is the night we remember the companions of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. The individuals who fought bravely on the day of Ashura and stayed with Imam Hussain until their last breath. The same individuals who left with him from Medina. Imam al-Ja'far al-Sadiq says in respect to the companions, the veil has been lifted from their eyes and they saw their places in paradise. Hence, they excelled one another in sacrificing their lives so as to hasten to attain their places in paradise. That means they're literally racing towards martyrdom for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the level of iman these individuals had. Take your minds towards the nights before Ashura. The companions were sat together and Imam al-Hussain came and spoke with them. Oh my dear companions and family, these people do not desire anyone except from me. Indeed, if they kill me, they will not pursue you. May Allah have mercy on you. Save yourselves. Verily, I lift the responsibility of allegiance and pledge that which you have given at my hands. But what was the response of the most loyal of loyal? By Allah, we will not leave you. We will not leave you until we ransom ourselves for you. Imam al-Hussain looks towards these companions. Indeed, Imam al-Hussain, are you happy and joyous that you have such loyal and gracious companions that will stand by you? Oh Imam, are you sad and upset because you know exactly what will happen to them? Imam al-Hussain says to his companions, tomorrow I will be killed and each and every single one of you will be killed and not spared. Yet they maintained their iman and they said, by Allah, Alhamdulillah, that He has blessed us with grace, and indeed upon this grace we can assist you. Indeed, Allah has offered distinction to us so we may attain martyrdom alongside you. Then do we not endear to be along with you in your high rank, O grandson of the Prophet? The morning sun came on the day of Ashura. Imam al-Hussain went to the enemies to try and persuade them not to wage war. This is our Islam, the Islam of peace, trying not to cause problems and war, trying not to let blood be spilled. Imam al-Hussain gave 2 sermons, and after the second sermon, a man by the name of Hur bin Yazid al-Riyahi, touched by what Imam al-Hussain said, he went to Umar ibn Sa'd and said, are we still going to fight this man? Umar ibn Sa'd said, yes, a fight which heads will roll down. Hur bin Yazid al-Riyahi left Umar ibn Sa'd and left the enemy's camps, and he said, I have given my soul 2 options between heaven and hell, and by Allah I do not prefer anything over heaven, even if it means I am burnt alive. Hur bin Yazid al-Riyahi rides towards Imam al-Hussain, leaving the enemies. As he approaches Imam al-Hussain, he bends his head down. He is ashamed by what he has done towards the Ahlul Bayt, about the hardship that he has caused on the Ahlul Bayt. He offers his apology. Oh Imam, I apologize for everything that I have done to you. Imam al-Hussain says to Hur bin Yazid al-Riyahi, you are forgiven. And they embrace each other. This is our Islam. This is the love that we share towards the enemies if they change their minds. Indeed, some time passed and the fighting began. They started to fight in groups. One of the first shaheeds was Muslim ibn Awsaja, a true lover of the Ahlul Bayt. And in his last moments, Imam al-Hussain and Habib ibn Mudahar rushed towards him in his last breaths. After some time passed, the Salat al-Dhuhr was approaching. An announcement was made from the camp of Imam Hussain in preparation for it. Some of the soldiers said that they will defend the Imam, block the Imam from enemy advances during the Salah. Imam al-Hussain lifted his head towards towards the heavens and said, you have remembered your prayers. May Allah count you among those who remember the prayers and remember Him often. Indeed, it is its time. Ask the enemies to leave us alone so we may perform our prayers. One of the enemies by the name of Hasan says to Imam Hussain, your prayers will not be accepted. This is how far the Ummah has steered away from the path of Rasulullah. Habib ibn Mudahar, angered by this comment, said to Hasan, do you suggest that the prayers of Hussein is not accepted but rather yours will be? Hasan, angered by this comment, started charging towards Habib ibn Mudahar. Habib, despite his elderly age, is known to be a courageous, valiant warrior. In fact, he caused the horse of Hasan to go into the air and causing its rider to fall onto the ground. The companions of Hasan rushed to the aid of Hasan, but at the same time these same individuals starting to attack Habib ibn Mudahar. Habib fought like a brave warrior, killing a large number of them until they struck him down, stabbed him with a sword, followed by a lance, causing him to fall to the ground, and he attained his martyrdom and his head was severed. After the death of Habib ibn Mudahar, a man by the same individual, Hur bin Yazid al-Riyahi, that was with the enemies, went back and fought the enemies, and indeed he too was struck down and he fell to the floor. Imam al-Hussain rushed towards Hur. He went down and he said in his last moments of his life, he says, oh Hur, today you are Hur. Hur meaning free, just as your mother named you. You are free in this life and the hereafter. Hur attained his martyrdom. Indeed, another one of the companions who fought on the day of Ashura was a man by the name of Zuhair ibn Qayn. He asked Imam al-Hussain in a poetic form, asking him permission to go and fight. Advance may you guide, O guided one, for today I and your grandfather shall meet, and I shall meet Hassan and Ali the pleased one, and I shall meet the one with two wings, the valiant youth greet, the lion of Allah, the living martyr. Zuhair am I, the son of Qayn, and with the sword do I defend Hussein. Zuhair rushed into the battlefield. Indeed, he is known to be a very strong individual. In fact, he was so strong that he took down over 100 of the enemies of Allah. He fought like a valiant warrior. Bear in mind that these companions have been thirsty for days, yet they still fought like warriors on the day of Ashura. The enemies realized that they cannot take down Zuhair, so they attacked him jointly, killing him in his place. Indeed, we mentioned the martyrdom of Hur, which Imam Hussain acknowledged him as being free in this life and in the hereafter. But what about the slaves who fought on the day of Ashura? Abis, the slave of Shakir, and John, the slave of Abu al-Ghafari. These two slaves fought on the day of Ashura. They were not obliged to fight. However, after understanding the personality and characteristics of Imam al-Hussain, and especially after the atrocities that happened on the Ahlul Bayt, they fought and they too died. Then came a time when Imam al-Hussain looks left and right. Where are my companions? Where is my family? No one remains, everyone has been slain. So what does Imam al-Hussain do? He has no support. Imam al-Hussain too rushes into the battlefield. But I question you, O companions of Imam al-Hussain, as you lie there dead on the plains of Karbala, do you know that after you die, Imam al-Hussain, this Imam that you've grown to love, rushes into the battlefield alone? Where are you to to assist him. You've already been killed. Oh lifeless bodies, do you know that your Imam will be stabbed in the face? Do you know he will be kicked and punched down? Do you know that he will be stricken and is taken to the ground? Oh lifeless bodies, do you know that they will continue to pierce Imam Al-Hussain whilst he's on the floor? Oh lifeless bodies, do you know that Shimr al-La'in will sit on the chest of your Imam? Oh lifeless bodies, do you know that the weight of Shimr will crush and break the ribs of Hussein? Oh lifeless bodies, do you know that the lungs of Al-Hussein will fill in blood, causing him to suffocate? Oh lifeless bodies, I ask you, how did you stay lifeless at that moment? Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un.